guess as you kind of asked Corbin, midweeks are kind of coming to an end. Just kind of how do you see your role evolving and the value you can provide beyond midweeks once they end?
Good question. I mean, just taking the last couple of midweeks we have, next week being our last one against Louisville, just kind of taking those opportunities and making the most of them. Grateful to have the opportunities and starting on Tuesdays. Just as the year goes on, I mean, don't really know where my role stands, but whatever I'm called upon, make sure to go out there and perform and give it my all for my team.
What was the difference for you this week compared to last week?
I think it was just hitting spots more. I mean, last week, just a lot of unforced trouble, just leaving pitches over the middle of the plate, and good hitters no matter what team you're playing. When you're leaving fastballs and off speed over the middle of the plate, they're going to do damage. So this week was just really honing in on hitting the edges of the plate and just executing my pitches.
What's the key to success with your changeup?
It's just throwing it with conviction. I mean, it's definitely a pitch that's given me a lot of success over the years, and just not really trying to baby it in there, just throwing it with 100% conviction. I mean, for all my pitches.
Started with 5 strikeouts today, the first 5 batters you faced. What does that do for your confidence after a week like last week?
Definitely builds confidence. It helps me, just boosts me through the outing. Just tells me I'm hitting my spots and don't really changing much, and just getting ahead of hitters was the biggest thing tonight.
Kind of a two-part question for you here. What is the biggest thing you're proud of your outing of today? And obviously tonight was Kumar Rocker bobblehead night. What's it like to pitch on the same mound as him and all the former pitchers like Jack, all those guys before you?
Tonight it was just again hitting my spots and just building confidence up there. I mean, just getting ahead of hitters was the main thing. Definitely struggled with that last week, just kind of getting behind in counts, and being able to do that today, just getting ahead, just gave me a lot of success. But obviously pitching on Kumar Rocker bobblehead night, it's definitely cool. He's definitely a legend here at Vanderbilt. What he did here with the 2019 team and just what he did, it's definitely huge. Definitely don't look too much into it, but it's definitely cool to pitch on a day like today.
You guys have been pretty successful throughout the midweeks this year, and you've been the starter for pretty much all of them. Just what has it meant to you to kind of lock down this day? How much pride do you take in that every week?
For sure. I mean, it's kind of setting the tone for the week. I mean, leads us into the weekend. Just starting Tuesday right and getting a win and giving us a good start we need. And, Tuesday wins are definitely big. Leading into the weekend, especially being in the SEC. I mean, starting off with a loss is definitely not what you want to do, but, getting a win and kind of just boosting into the weekend helps a lot.
There's a lot of pitchers on your staff that throw really good changeups. Have you learned anything from them with yours?
We kind of all talk. I mean, the pitching staff are very tight, talk a lot down in the pitching lab. It's funny, a lot of our pitchers feel different, grips of changeup, so definitely don't talk too much about it just because, what works for some guys may not work for other guys, but it's definitely interesting to talk about different pitches with all the guys.
What's the pitching chemistry been like this season?
It's been great. I mean, our pitching staff's very tight. We trust, every single guy in that room to get the job done when they come in, and whoever's called upon. I mean, starting pitchers do a great job every week. I mean, every guy out of the bullpen has a job to do, and we trust every single one of those guys out of the bullpen.
Got time for one more? Everybody good? Perfect.